Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1969 Hermes 3000 vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Made in Switzerland, and in my opinion, the best typewriter of all time. Also known as the Bentley of typewriters. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper, and this is the paper support arm that flips up from the back. This is the paper bale that sits on top. It's got two adjustable rollers, a scale, and the margins in red indicators. And the margins are set through these lightning margins. If you want it closer to the edge, you just hold it and push the carriage to where you want it, let it go, and that's where the margin is. If you want it closer to the middle, you just put the cursor where you want the margin and just flip that switch. It'll send the margin to that spot. I want it closer to the edge, so I'm just going to hold it there and set it. So it's going to be set there. And the same with the right side. If I wanted it in the middle, then I would just put the cursor where I want it and flip that switch. And you can see in the red, it sends the margin to that spot. But if you want it closer to the edge, you hold the carriage release and the lightning margin at the same time. And you can push it all the way to the edge, and that's where I want it for maximum clearance. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. Hit this line space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1.5, or 2 spaces. Right now we have it on single, but if you want 1.5, just flip that switch down 1 notch. It skips 1.5, 1 more, it skips 2. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line. I switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side here. Flip it all the way to the top, in that red indicator, it prints the bottom portion of the ribbon. When you have it on the yellow indicator, it prints right down the middle. When you have it on the blue, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. When you have it all the way down, it doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. We're going to move that all the way up for red. It's absolutely beautiful. It's my favorite typewriter of all time. Just got the best feel to it. Print looks perfect. It's absolutely precise and aligned and crisp. And the feel of the type is powerful and quiet and smooth. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side here. You flip it forward and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easier. A thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. I'll flip this down for now and put the color back to the black print. Shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Backspace on the left side. Super smooth. Tab set on the top. Right now we have tabs set on 10 space intervals, but I'm going to go through and just clear all of them by hitting the all clear button. So now we shouldn't have any tabs set. Nothing. So we're going to set one right there in the middle, so that way when you hit the tab button, I do this on all my typewriters, it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end, causing wear and tear. This has a super smooth drag. It's perfect. And you can clear that one tab by hitting tab clear. So you can just instead of hitting all clear, you hit tab clear. That just clears that one. But I like to keep one set right there. Margin release, when you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. If you hit that margin release button, it does allow you to go all the way to the end. That works good. And that is it for the keyboard. Touch control right here from low to high. The higher you go up, the more tension there is when you hit the keys. You do have to hit them a bit harder for them to print, but they respond faster. The lower you go, the less tension. And you just want to play with that to see what your preference is with the touch control. The hood pops off from the back, hooks in from the front right here. This is metal. All the brand new ribbon is loaded to the left, so it's pulling to the right. If you want to switch that direction, you just flip the ribbon guide there on the opposite direction. It'll pull, and it will automatically pull if you have eyelets on your ribbon. It's these little metal pieces that get caught in there, and it just flips it like that, and it will continuously flip back and forth as you run to either side. That locks in from the front and pops in from the back. Right side we have the carriage release, and this is the lightning margin. This is your carriage lock. You flip it down, it releases the carriage and then locks it in the middle. So when you have it in the case, it doesn't bang around, and it just has a top shell that locks in from the back and snaps down like that with the handle in the front. It does have both original brushes. I'm not sure if you can see that, but there's two brushes, one for the segment and one just for the overall dusting of the typewriter. And to unlock the carriage, you just pull it to the right and you hold this down and pull it to the right and it unlocks it. It does have a couple scratch. It's in excellent condition, but it does have a couple scratches here, which a typewriter of 70 years or so, no, 50 years, uh, will have a little bit. But as far as functioning goes and overall quality of typewriter, it's an excellent condition typewriter. Carriage release on this side, super smooth. Doesn't make any noise really. Can't even hear it. And if you pull the knob out, it disables the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You push it in, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is a half a space, and same concept if you flip the switch all the way back, disables the spacing. You put it on the one, you get the clicks. And by the way, both of the knobs here are designed by me and 3D printed because the originals were broken off. So if you need replacements, they don't make them anymore. So check out my shop and I make these and 3D print these. Very nice condition. I also 3D print the paper bell rollers. These are the originals, but I do 3D print them to be really close to the originals. And also these are 3D printed foot mounts that I've designed and printed myself. So if you need those, check my shop. Also, this typewriter is available on my shop, eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.